Hey guys, welcome to my top 10 summer fragrances list for 2015. And I want to make this list a little different than last year's list. When I made last year's list, I intended that to be like an all-time best recommendations. So like the best fragrances I've ever worn, things that I thought you guys should try, and try to cover everything in that list. And it wasn't necessarily the fragrances that I was wearing at the time because tastes change, and then you get newbies into the collection that usually get a lot more wear than the older guys. And that list I wanted to be just like an all-time list. And to be honest, if I were to do that again, not a whole lot has changed. There may be one or two fragrances that have moved, have gone up or down, maybe a couple newcomers, but it would have been mostly the same list. I didn't want to do that again this year. So this year, what I'm doing is my most worn. And this is what Cody does, this is what Mark does. A lot of the older reviewers that have been around for many, many years, I think they have that same problem, is that their all-time list probably wouldn't change a whole lot. So they start talking about fragrances that they wear at that moment more. So what I'm going to recommend is, if you want to know my top all-time summer fragrances, look at my list last year for 2014, and that's pretty much where I cover everything. There's a lot of newcomers in this list, so these are ones that I'm wearing a lot right now, and I would recommend you check these out if you've already smelled everything in the previous list. So let's get started on my top 10 summer fragrances for 2015. At number 10, we have popular fragrance in the fragrance community. This is Issey Miyake, the original Bleu de Issey. This fragrance is being worn a lot by me this year because I haven't worn it that much in previous years, and I'm mixing it up a little bit. And this is, it's not something I'm used to yet, so I really enjoy wearing this one. It's a clean, soapy smell. It's got great performance, kind of feminine, but it kind of is one of those fragrances you like to wear when you get out of the shower. Issey Miyake, the original. At number 10. At number 9, this one's been in a couple of my lists already. It was in my list last year, my recommendations, kind of my all-time list. This is Azzaro's Chrome Legend Summer 2013. This is a fragrance that I'll be wearing every year, every summer, because it's such a dumb reach. It's one of those fragrances, you don't know what you're wearing, you go get this one, put it on. It's a nice scent, gets you compliments, great performance. You can go light on the trigger if it's a hot day. You can put on a few extra sprays if it's a cooler day, if it's a nighttime. It's a really, really nice scent. Summer 2013. At number 8, this is it dropped quite a bit this year actually, but this is one of my favorite scents of all time. This is Bleu de Chanel, the EDT version. Actually, I used to have the EDP in a decant, and I broke that. But I really, really prefer the EDP. Now that I've smelled it, I want it. And I've been looking for it. I haven't been able to find it for sale, a used bottle, or a discount, because I'm kind of hesitant to purchase a brand new one. If you guys have one, please let me know. I'm looking for one. But this is still a solid fragrance. There's been a couple newer comers that have done exactly what this one does, same occasions type of thing. So it's taken a hit, but this is still one of my all-time favorites, Bleu de Chanel, the EDT. At number 7, also from the house of Chanel, this is my summer movie fragrance. This is Allure Sport, the original. One of the summer classics. It's great, in my opinion, for indoors in the summertime. It's not cloying if you don't go too hardcore on the trigger. Gets you compliments, and I just smell really good when I'm wearing this one. I love it. A little bit popular, a little bit common, but I still love wearing it, especially for me when I go to the movies. It's just like my movie scent. At number 6, we have a newcomer that was released in 2014 from the house of Dior. This is Dior Homme Eau, and to me, this is the more wearable version of the Dior Homme line, of the original Homme, of Intense. And this fragrance right here is a smoother, softer, a little bit fresher, not as cloying version of the others, but it's still a little heavy. So I wear this on night times and cooler days, rainy days when it's not too hot. Especially if you live in a cooler climate, this is a great scent to go check out. It's gotten me compliments from women It's not my most complimented. It's not as good as maybe Bleu de Chanel, but it is a crowd pleaser and people do enjoy it. And since it's one of the newer fragrances, I've been testing it quite a bit. And it's right here at number 6, Dior Homme Eau. At number 5, this is another newcomer to my collection. This one was released this year from the house of Thierry Mugler. This is Ultra Zest. I kind of forget the name all the time. Ultra Zest. I did a first take video on it that most of you guys have seen. This fragrance is great. It's perfect for the cooler summer days, for nighttime. It's kind of done what Bleu de Chanel usually does for me when I'm in those fresher times and I want something that's not quite as summery. I go for this one right here. It knocked out Dior Homme, not Dior Homme, Dolce & Gabbana the one. It knocked it out because it does the same thing in my opinion. And it's a new scent. I've been favoring it because it's different, and I really enjoy it. So if you have the money to afford a bottle like this, it was like $90. Go for it. I really enjoy this fragrance, especially for fall and spring. This is even better for those times. Ultra Zest from Thierry Mugler. At number 4, this is one of my, this is probably my all-time favorite, most worn fragrance. From bond number 9, this is Bleecker Street. I've kind of said all I need to say about this one. It dropped here to number 4 because I usually tend to wear this more when I'm dressing up, when I'm going to nicer events, parties, different situations where I want to be at my best. And I haven't done a whole lot of those this summer. It's been more relaxing. You know, it's been school, it's been work, some hanging out with friends and stuff. But it's not something that I've been reaching for that much this year. But it's always going to be in my top 5 for summer. Bond number 9 is Bleecker Street. At number 3, this is a former number 1 for summer. And it dropped a couple spots here because there's a couple fragrances that have been, favored more this year. But 3 it still means this is my 3rd most worn for summer. It's great on all occasions. This is Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I can't recommend this one enough. If you can afford it, this is a classy, quality, premium lemon fragrance. And it's great for pretty much anything. I love wearing this fragrance. And it gets you a lot of compliments. Chanel's Allure Homme Edition Blanche. At number 2, this is a newcomer to my collection. I bought it because one of my subscribers told me it was on sale there at FragranceNet. But I first sniffed this one when I was at Joe Brand with a girl of mine, and she was, I was having her try out the entire Bond number 9 line, and this is the one that she really, really enjoyed. It's their top seller. Unfortunately, I had some people recognize it on me, so I'm just gonna tell you what it is. This is Bond number 9's Wall Street. I had a couple friends of mine, older friends actually, like in the early 30s, late 20s, recognize what this was. But this has knocked out a couple scents. It's knocked out Boss Bottled Night, and it's knocked out Aqua Fahrenheit, because it has that violet lavender vibe, and the same way those two do. And it's got cucumber in it and a lot of citrus. It's a very, very fresh scent. And, I've actually had a couple people that didn't like it, but, most people really, really enjoy this one, especially the girl that I'm dating. She loves this one. And I get tons of compliments when I'm with her. She just loves this fragrance on my skin. So this is my 2nd most worn fragrance this summer, Bond number 9's Wall Street. At number 1, this scent is my go-to for the hottest days, and it's been a hot summer like it always is every year in South Texas. The humid days where you just wanna go crazy and pull your hair out because it's so hot, especially when it's been raining a lot here, so the humidity makes it even worse. This scent kind of calms me down, makes me feel normal, makes me not want to commit suicide. This is Dior Homme Cologne, the 2013 release. And this fragrance, it's got that lemony vibe. It's fresh, it's clean. It's more of a me scent. I don't get a whole lot of compliments when I'm wearing this fragrance, but I don't care because I love it so much. and that's why it's my most worn fragrance. I can wear it at work. I can wear it playing basketball. I can wear it, taking my dog out for a walk, going to the park, anything that's outdoors. This is the scent that does it the best, in my opinion. And it's the one I'm favoring right now this year in 2015. It's my number one most worn fragrance for summer. So guys, that's my list for today. If you want to see my all-time recommendations, there's a couple of these that would probably make it. I would probably mention Dior Homme Eau there towards the bottom there. I would probably mention this one in the honorable mentions. I don't know, it's probably more suited for spring and for fall, but I'm wearing it a lot nighttime situations. And this one might make an honorable mention also if you're talking about all-time greatest summer fragrances, or towards the bottom of that list. So go look at my 2014 summer list if you're curious about what I think are the best that I've worn. And like always, I do favor designer fragrances because price matters to me. I'm not rich, not yet anyway. So those are my lists for this year. Let me know what your number one fragrance is. That's what I'm curious about. What is your most worn fragrance? What's your Dior Homme cologne? Let me know in the comments below. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and take it easy, guys. Peace.